It's Clucky time, and I'm Clucky. Welcome back, and we're talking about books today. I an itchy freaking finger. I love reading. If you guys didn't know, I love the Hunger Games. I talk about it all the time now because I've recently got re-addicted to it because it's all about a Songbirds and Snakes trailer. And I did a whole review on the movies versus the books as well, and that video will be posted shortly, if not already. Because I'm such an avid reader and I've made it very clear by the fact that I have a podcast, that I do post the videos here as well on doing book reviews, and I talk about books on streams, I talk about them in my Discord, I have recommendations, I talk about them on Twitter all the time, and I'm always living myself in a bookstore, and that's my happy place for sure. People do ask me a lot of questions about what books to read, what recommendations I would give, and so I'm just gonna do a really quick video talking about books again, as I already went through all these books on my podcast. Those videos will be linked down below, or the links to the reviews on these books will also be down below, and I will do my best to do spoiler free in this video. But I just want to talk about my top 3 books of the first 6 months here of 2023. I don't know if these all came out in 2023, but close to it. These are the top 3 books I've read in my 6-month span here for 2023. I am a big Hunger Games fan, so I love dystopian style, I love fantasy, I do love a bit of romance, especially in Enemies to Lovers, something that's got to build some character to it, not just we started off as lovers and we stayed as lovers. I like build, I like drama, I like adventure, I like magic, I like fantasy. I'm not really a modern times reader. I don't want to read about people in Chicago and New York. I want to read about fantasy world. I want to imagine putting myself on the back of a dragon. I want to imagine myself with magical powers. I want to imagine myself as a queen. These are the books that I recommend, and these are in no particular order, but these are the top books I've read so far, and I will not stop talking about them. And I follow all these authors, and I can't wait for their sequels, because all 3 of them will have sequels coming out, and they're still being written, and I just cannot wait to see more. So please, I will link to the authors as well as the books down below, so please check them out, read them, go and give them all the love that I have. We'll start off with Lightlark. Lightlark is written by Alex Aster, and I'll just read the synopsis too. Camera, you can focus. Alright, no it won't. Welcome to the Centennial. Every 100 years, the island of Lightlark appears for only 100 days to host a deadly game, where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler will die. To survive, I the crown must lie, cheat, betray, even as love complicates everything. I personally don't love the synopsis of this book, but I did hear when I was recommended this, I heard it was like, I don't know, a little Hunger Games-y, a little bit of fight to the death. It's basically 6 rulers playing a game that only meets every 100 years to break a curse. They all have different magical powers. They're all represented by different colors. Blue, gold, everyone wears a color. Everyone represents their realm, their kings, their queens, their magic. It's really fun. It's really witty. The challenges are difficult. This book truly kept me guessing until the end. And even at the end, the author changed what you thought right when you thought you knew what was going on, and it was just a could not stop read. It was page turning. It was a intense world building environment. The characters are all really in depth. You love getting to know them all. There's twists and turns that you wouldn't have seen coming. There's heartbreak, there's love, there's spice, there's trauma, there's darkness, there's light, there's laughter, and you get attached to each and every character and you learn about them and you just cannot get enough, and it makes you hold your breath, it makes you laugh and jaw drop. I just really like this book, and I really recommend you get your hands on this one and read it, and so please check this out. I really like this one. Moving on to This Vicious Grace. You can see I have a bit of a bias when it comes to this one. This Vicious Grace by Emily Thiede. 3 weddings, 3 funerals. Alyssa's gift from the gods is supposed to magnify a partner's magic, not kill every suitor she touches. Now, with only weeks left until a hungry swarm of demons devours everything on her island home, Alyssa is running out of time to find a partner and stop the invasion. When a powerful priest convinces the faithful that killing Alyssa on the island is their only hope, her own soldiers try to assassinate her. Desperate to survive, Alyssa hires Dante, a cynical outcast marked as a killer, to become her personal bodyguard. But as rebellion explodes outside the gates, Dante's dark secrets may be the biggest betrayal. He holds the keys to her survival and her heart. But is he the one person who can help her master her gift, or destroy her once and for all? This book is based in an Italian style setting. It's kind of gods and goddesses with divine powers. She's essentially a channel for the goddess's powers, and she helps. It's kind of a complicated thing to just explain on whim, but obviously I adored it. It does have some forced proximity with the enemies to lover style, the bodyguard, and her falling in love. She's not allowed to fall in love because she's essentially seen as a goddess. She's divine. Nobody's allowed near her. She's not allowed to have friends. She can't touch anybody. And I mean, literally, she can't touch anybody or she'll suck the life out of them and kill them. Because her, as the goddess, what her powers are is to amplify. So if somebody had ice powers and was partnered with her, if she held their hand or touched their shoulder or something, she could use his ice powers, but make them stronger. So she needs a partner in order to produce stronger powers. And the problem is she keeps killing the people she's supposed to be partnered with. And that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to go through this trial and then you get partnered, you get essentially like married. And they fight the war together and they become very close, but she is being unsuccessful with it, and for some reason, to no one knows why, she keeps sucking the life out of them and just draining them of life and power. And so the religious priests and government try to overthrow her and try to kill her, so she needs to protect herself, and that's where all the drama comes from. And it's just a quirky read. The dialogue between her bodyguard and her is just so fun and so refreshing, and it just felt like genuine dialogue. It was just an easy read with magic and drama and laughter and giggling and just genuine fun. It was a really good book. And again, then there was like the whole battle at the end, and it was really intense and really great. I really loved this book. I'm really partial to it, and I cannot wait to see where it goes in book 2. It left on a cliffhanger and really sad, and I was really upset with the way it ended because I wanted more and it didn't give me more. So I really recommend you grab this book. It's good, it's fun, the banter, the romance, the tension, it's fantastic. It's high stakes, there's life, death, there's killing, there's assassination attempts, there's magic. Really good read. Definitely check this one out. And my third book of 2023 in this first 6 months is going to be Fourth Wing. And I keep talking about this book because this one just got a 10 out of 10 rating for me. I'm obsessed. And look at the freaking pages. Black page edges with dragons, gold binding. Enter the brutal and elite world of a war college for dragon riders. 20-year-old Violet Thorngill was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now, the commanding general, also known as her toughest Talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become an elite of Navarre dragon riders. But when you're smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away, because dragons don't bond to fragile humans. They incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond than cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter, like Xaden Riorson, the most powerful and ruthless wing leader in the Riders Quadrant. She'll need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly. The kingdom's protective wards are failing, and the death toll continues to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Friends, enemies, lovers. Everyone at Basgiath War College has an agenda, because once you enter, there is only two ways out: graduate or die. This book was so good. It's dystopian, romantasy, enemies to lovers. It's dramatic. The dialogue between the characters is great. Character development, dragons that you can talk to, magic powers, riding dragons, competitions to the death, high stakes, dramatic. I could not put this book down. The last couple chapters had me crying my eyes out. I hated the way that they ended it, not in a bad way, but because it was traumatizing and sad. And then a huge cliffhanger right at the end that I'm super excited to see where it goes. They change your opinion on the characters right at the end because they lead you to believe one thing and then she flips everything back. By the way, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And when I say die, I mean there's a lot of death. They do not. Rebecca Yarros does not hold back on killing off characters in shocking, fast-paced ways that as soon as you start to get comfortable in like, oh, it's like a school, it's a competition, somebody just gets killed right in front of you and you just get reminded like, this is not for the faint of heart. This is not light. And it had me on edge. It was page turning. It was really good. I enjoyed this book. So this is one of my top 3. So if you are looking for book recommendations from me right now, I've read a lot of books this year. I have a podcast that's going to be linked down below. But if you want to know my top 3 books this year, it's these 3. I can't hold them all. These are the 3 books I'm really excited about so far, and they all have sequels coming out, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. So please, Rebecca, Alex, Emily, write faster. I need more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. But for now, I'm gonna it out. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.